My brothers and sisters, citizens of Israel, a short time ago, Israel and the United States embarked on a joint campaign, Operation Urban Warfare. The goal of the operation? To put an end to the threat from the tyrannical regime in Iran. At this time, the IDF is attacking targets of the oppressive regime, facilities of the Revolutionary Guards, and the Basij, and together with the U.S. military, ballistic missile sites that threaten both Israel and U.S. forces. This operation will continue as long as necessary. For 47 years, the evil regime in Iran has been saying death to Israel, death to America. It has trampled on the citizens of its country. It has imposed a curse on the peoples of the region. It has spread a network of terror throughout the world. It has invested enormous resources to develop atomic bombs and tens of thousands of missiles that were intended, as it defined it, to wipe Israel off the map of the world. He also armed the terrorist branches around us, in Gaza, Lebanon, Syria, Iraq, Yemen, Judea, and Samaria, and he has shed our blood. But if anyone needed further proof of the murderous nature of the regime of the tyrants, they got it last month. Because we all saw how this regime of terror in Tehran carried out an unprecedented mass massacre of the citizens of Iran itself. He murdered thousands of children, adults, and the elderly in cold blood. Tens of thousands were imprisoned, tortured, and humiliated. And why? Only because they wanted a life of freedom and dignity. In the War of Rebirth and Operation Dog Nation, our heroic soldiers crushed the regime of the tyrants and their proxies. But the wounded beast of prey has not ceased its attempts to lash out for the same purpose, to destroy them. In recent months, the tyrants in Iran have been plotting to rebuild their nuclear and missile capabilities and to bury them underground, where we cannot harm them. If we don't stop them now, they will be immune, and that's why their negotiators are trying to buy time. Trying to buy time in a futile and false negotiation with our American friends. But the tyrants in Iran have made a mistake, because the United States is not buying their lies, and we will not sit idly by as the shadow of annihilation hangs over us. And so we have now embarked on Operation Shagat Ha'ari, an operation that is much more powerful than Operation Al-Ham Kalbi, which was very powerful. We are doing this in full coordination with our friends in the United States under the courageous leadership of President Trump. Together with the United States, we have severely purged the terrorist regime. We will create conditions that will allow the brave Iranian people to throw off the yoke of this murderous regime. During Operation Dog People, I was asked many times whether the operation was aimed at overthrowing the regime, in addition to the nuclear and missile threat. And I sat there thinking that was not the aim, but that could certainly be the result. And indeed, this is exactly what began to happen when millions of Iranians took to the streets, and now they are given the opportunity to take their fate into their own hands. Citizens of Israel, as in the case of the people of Kalbi, even in the siege of the cities, we will all be required to have endurance and fortitude, because there will be prices, and perhaps heavy prices. But I know these are wonderful forces that are in our people. These are wonderful forces that are in you, the citizens of Israel. Since the War of Rebirth began, we have stood together, and today we will stand together, bravely, in brotherhood, in mutual guarantee. I ask all of you to strictly observe the instructions of the Home Front Command. Because you already know, these instructions save lives. Challenging days lie ahead. Every military action carries risk, but the risk of not acting is immeasurably greater. Because if we don't act, we will get a nuclear Iran, an Iran with tens of thousands of ballistic missiles, an Iran that will work to destroy us and will be immune to our countermeasures. As the people of Chafetz Chaim, we have no choice but to go into battle. But this time we are doing it with the combined mighty power of the State of Israel and the United States of America. From here, I would like to address the citizens of Iran. You, the citizens of Iran, and the Iranian army, the Artash, are not our enemies, and we are not your enemies. We have a common enemy, the murderous faction of the Hayatollahs that has been transformed upon you through the repressive forces of the Revolutionary Guards and the Bashir. They are the ones who degraded your wonderful country, degraded it to the lowest level. They are the ones who nurtured you, your people, and therefore, in full coordination with the President of the United States, I tell you, anyone who will put their teeth in, including among the regime forces, will ensure their safety and ensure their future. The Iranian people in all their parts, the Persians, the Kurds, the Azeris, the Baluchis, the Absakis, and all the other citizens of this wonderful nation. This is your opportunity to establish a new and free Iran. Take your fate into your own hands. Raise your heads, look up to the sky. Our forces there, the pilots of the free world, are all coming to your aid. And I believe that today will not be a day when Israel and a free Iran will join hands for the sake of security and peace, for the sake of progress and prosperity. Citizens of Israel, I would like to thank from the bottom of my heart the President of the United States, Donald Trump, the American people, the American military. President Trump is not only the greatest friend of Israel in the White House of all time, he is also a determined leader of the free world. He looks to future generations, decides what is best for America, and then acts with responsibility and courage. Together we bring great light to all who are rooted in the aspiration of human freedom. On your behalf, the citizens of Israel, I salute the commanders of the IDF and its soldiers, our Air Force, the Intelligence Directorate, the Mossad, the women and men of the security forces, the women and men of the rescue forces. I salute them for their courage and the strength of their work. I tell you, a whole nation stands behind you. A whole nation prays for your success. My brothers and sisters, in 2 days, we will celebrate the holiday of Purim. 2,500 years ago, in ancient Persia, an enemy rose up against us with exactly the same goal, to completely destroy our people. But Mordecai the Jew and the Queen of Persia, with their courage and resourcefulness, saved our people. In those days of Purim, Pur fell, and the evil master fell with it. Even today, on the holiday of Purim, the Pur has fallen, and the end of the evil regime will fall too. The prophet Amos says, "A lion has roared, who will not fear? In Operation Lion's Roar, we roar, fear not, Israel, for the lion's cub has been slain." We will stand as one man, with one heart, and with God's help, we will ensure the eternity of Israel.
If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to Mirror Now.